lot too. And it's been coming up over the last couple of weeks with all the new coins coming out. But I'm going to call this the free claim onboarding playbook. Everyone says, we talked about free claim splitting buying power and how, the trade-offs you make with new coins coming into the community. It differs if they're meme coins versus positive price feedback loops and stuff like that. But I think really the free claim is just the carrot. It's a really good onboarding tool, and it can be used for good projects. It can be used for any projects. But if you just think about it, if you do a free claim, and most free claims you've done is you probably just get a small amount. You probably just get like just enough where it's like, I don't know, maybe $10, maybe $50, but it's not enough to go out there and immediately dump. Or I guess with Hedron, it was kind of that way for a lot of the whales and people that got 10x bonuses. But for the most part, you're just getting a little bit of something. Now, why is that? Why all these things? We're in it for the little guy. And again, a lot of these legit projects, but it's the carrot. They want to get you in. I'll give you a little bit. And if they only give you a little bit, it's too small to dump. You have no motivation to dump it for $10. It's not even worth the transaction fee on ETH half the time. And then so most people hold, right? Which decreases sell pressure and builds up the community and gets holder numbers go up. And then the game theory, the hint, the team can talk about the new features they want to do. Maybe they do buy and burn staking, all this stuff to keep you interested and your consciousness in the ecosystem, get you tweeting about it, get you promoting it, stuff like that. And the whales in that time too, the whales who want to become whales, I'm not saying the whales who got rewarded with all these free tokens, but the ones who see price so low right now and they believe in the project, maybe it gives them time to accumulate. It gives everyone time to accumulate, but the people who see value in certain things, they're going to have all this room and all this stuff while people are claiming and doing everything else to accumulate, especially in the bear market like this. And then if the project founders, if they actually deliver on whatever promises or whatever lack of expectations they have, and again, this applies to good projects and the ones that turn out not to be so good, the ones that, go down and to the left forever. It applies to everything. But if they actually do turn out a good product, then people start buying it. They start tweeting even more. They start promoting even more, and price go up. So that's just, I want to make people aware that the free claim things, there's a lot of projects to do them. And of course, we've seen some very successful ones that'll be around forever, do them. And there's a lot of projects we don't know. They're kind of unknown at this point. You can have criticisms or whatever at best. So, but to me, that's the playbook. I feel like I've seen so many coins come out where they kind of fit that free claim. Oh, why don't you claim free money? Well, everyone says free money, dump it. Most people don't dump it because of the reason I talked about. And now, you got it in your wallet, you're gonna be looking at it, maybe you'll start trading it. It can go in ways that you don't expect later on. So just be aware that it's free claim as an onboarding tool is a thing. And free money, can go in directions that you're not always expecting to. But anyways, I want to run through that. What has been your experience with free claims? Have you claimed some stuff and you're like, oh God, now I got to think about this stuff. And then some things you're like, oh, actually, that's some good money. I'm going to dump that now, or I'm going to save it for later.
Yeah, I think I've seen a lot over the years, and I think what's interesting is the ways in which a free claim can work, right? Like, for example, does your free claim is it part of a system? Right? Like if you're looking, like, I'll just use examples, like with Hedron, that claim for those tokens is part of a system. It's attached to the B share. There's a reason for it. It has to be built in that way. There was no other way around it. Right? So that is a real free claim, right?
That's a good point.
A claim where it's just like, oh, you throw your wallet address in and then you can claim some tokens. That's where it gets a little sketchy for me. Like, for example, there was the gas token. Some of you guys might remember this a little while back. It started getting tweeted around that if you could claim a certain amount of gas if you were using Ethereum, essentially. And everyone at first was on board, and then the next thing you know, it's starting to request to withdraw all the ETH from your wallet. So that was transaction number 2. So I went in and I accepted my gas, and then transaction number 2, I'm like, wait a minute, what? Clear out my ETH, like spend all ETH? Like, no. So I declined that.
Doesn't sound like a good Sunday. Yeah.
I still got the gas tokens, right? And thankfully, I was not one of the people who got their ETH trade. But it's just one of those things you got to keep an eye out for. And you'll notice the token started off at a very high price and then it just went straight down. I haven't touched it since then, and it's practically worthless now. So it's like, you got to be careful. I always ask, what's the point of the free claim? Like, what's the point of it? Like, from a technical standpoint, like, you have to dive in, you got to do your research.
Or is it just onboarding? I like that dichotomy.
Exactly.
No, that's a good point. I didn't even think about it being, it can be part of the system, like with Hedron. Yeah, are you getting it because you own something else and there is some loop in there for that? Or are you getting it just to be on a list of people that have it? And again, some of these projects that are doing it, they may turn out to be great. The jury's still out. We'll see. But I would be more skeptical of things that aren't directly tied into the system and like work in synergy like that. Great point.
Yep, that's comes from my system side, right? Like, everything's got to be a system. Is it part of a system, or is it just kind of an afterthought onboarding tool, right?